Doug Bishop is a cold case expert. He's helped solve 24 of them within the past 2 years. Wow, that's one per month. He's a victim advocate as well. Good morning, Doug. Thank you for joining us.
Hey, good morning. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. Emanuela Orlandi was on her way back to the Vatican from a music lesson, flute lessons I've read, when she vanished without a trace 4 decades ago in 1983, and now there is renewed interest. So I'm curious, is it just that Netflix had a series and it asked some questions and now the Vatican wants to reopen it, or is there more evidence here?
You know, that's a very fair assessment to make. This is arguably the biggest international cold case, stretching over 4 decades since June 22nd of 1983, when Emanuela went missing. Does this mean that Netflix has caused this? I think that's a really good assessment to make. The family has been pushing ever since she went missing to, build awareness on her case. And this Netflix documentary really piqued that. And the announcement of the Vatican to open this case, to hold an inquest, is really big. Now, the only new information that is going to come from this is going to be from the Vatican. The Vatican is the only investigative resource connected to this case who has never opened their files to the public. So if there is missing information or information that does exist, they're going to be the ones to have it.
Now, I know as time goes by, it becomes tougher and tougher to have new evidence or to preserve old evidence. So what evidence is left at the 40-year mark? Also understanding, again, you've done plenty of cold cases, so you've probably seen some 40-year-old DNA samples.
The oldest case that I've been involved with that I've actually been a part of solving is 30 years. And there's still a lot of evidence that can be obtained if they're able to find her remains. I think the biggest part of this is that this is a Vatican investigated case where their case files have never been sealed. We're talking about one of the largest entities, most private entities in existence, which we're talking about the Vatican. So they're going to be the clue holders in this case. And hopefully what this represents is new hope for the family and an international community who's been following this case for 4 decades.
Do you have any idea what the status of the Vatican investigation is? I don't even know. Does the Vatican have a police department? Do they have detectives? Do they have the latest technology? Do you have any idea what the status of a Vatican police force is?
Absolutely. One of the best on the planet. You don't hear a lot about it, and that's why. They deal in secrecy, and they thrive with that. There's a lot of pros and cons to that. And, hats off to them for being willing to, listen to the public. And, this is a true testimony to the producers of this Netflix documentary. And, it just goes to show this day and age, the internet and TV have a lot of power and a lot of influence in the true crime community.
Emanuela Orlandi disappeared 40 years ago. Now the Vatican is reopening the case. Doug Bishop, thank you for joining us.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.